What's up guys, Isaac Walton here for Hunt the River King, taking a look at yet another action camera. This time it's ELE's ELECAM 360, 360 degrees dual lens VR camera. Now this is not your traditional action camera like some of the other ELE products I've really enjoyed, such as the ELE Explorer Pro or ELE Explorer. This is a 360 degree camera which theoretically will allow you to view videos in 360 degrees on YouTube and other websites that support that functionality. Also on a virtual reality viewer like Google Cardboard, Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, that sort of thing. So let's dive inside. You'll notice it's smartly packaged. ELE always does a fantastic job. Once inside, we've got the camera. Now there's no waterproof case that comes with this. If I read some reports that may be water resistant, I wouldn't actually risk that because it's not a true waterproof case. You'll notice there's two lenses on it. This is a 360 degree camera. That means it's going to record in the front and the back, and then it auto stitches it together. You'll need some special software to get the whole 360 degree functionality. I'll talk about more of that afterwards. Quick overview here because I really want to get just a sample footage. That's the most important thing. Little mount for the bottom for a tripod. It's not GoPro compatible, but you can easily find mounts that will fit onto GoPro accessories. There's a little attachment here on the side where you can mount a lanyard. Here's the lens. I think each lens does something like 220, and then it sort of wraps together or stitches together. On the top here, there's going to be an LCD. There's the recording button. There's the power on and off, and then Wi-Fi on and off. This is compatible with the ELE app. I haven't tried that out myself. I've read reports it works quite well. Recommend if you're going to do any remote photo taking with it, because you don't want to take photos when you're right next to the 360 degree lens. Also, if you ever need to reset this camera, do look carefully. There is a reset button. It's just a little hard to find. It's actually right, let's see if we can focus on it, right there. It is not this thing on the front, commonly confused with it. That's the mic. You push it in there, you'll damage it, okay? We'll go ahead and boot this thing up. Charges through a normal micro USB. And, oh boy, looks like my camera doesn't want to pick up what's on the screen here. Let's see if we can, sorry guys, not sure why it's not showing it. Anyway, there's not a lot on this menu to actually show you what's there. You can take photos and you can take video with this, all going to be in the 360 degree mode. You can view how much additional space you have, the time, date, that kind of thing. Turn Wi-Fi on and off. Just pressing this button will cycle you through photo or video mode, and that's really it. If you want to adjust the settings to it, you need to connect it to the app. This is not one where there's a giant in-depth menu that can really take some time to scroll through. It's pretty much photos, video, Wi-Fi, on and off power. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. Other accessories it comes with, not going to spend a lot of time on this. You got kind of a handlebar mount set up here. That's where it's going to attach to the bottom. Just go right there. You got this other mount. Looks like you put that on a helmet if you wanted to. Of course, you got your LCD charging or your USB charging cable. The charger or the port where you can sync it up with the computer, charge it, is going to be right here on the side. Okay, that's where your SD card goes as well. So, something to make sure everyone's aware of with a 360 degree camera, you can't just film and then put it all together and slap it on YouTube. You've got to do a little bit of editing to make sure the 360 degrees field of view is actually incorporated into the file and YouTube can read it as such. That means editing these things does take a little bit more time. What you have to do is first take the file off of the camera, then you have to load it into a 360 camera app. Now there's one available for the ELECAM. There's a lot of other ones out there for other cams. I've tried a couple, they all sort of work. I recommend looking at the ELE support forum for the best one, and I'll link one of the threads into the review at the bottom of the page here. Once you load it into there, it will take what looks like two bubble images and then actually put them together so that when you upload it to YouTube, you can rotate left and right, backwards, forwards, up and down like a true 360 degree global image. After that, if you have multiple videos you want to combine them together, you gotta slap them into your video editor, put them all together, make sure that video editor can export in a format that's compatible with 360 degree videos, and then after you've saved it, use the YouTube metadata injector. That sounds really complicated. It's just a little code YouTube will add to the video file you've created, and I'll add a link to that as well in the video description to edit the video, and then you can finally upload it to YouTube. That being said, with all those steps in mind, it's actually kind of worth it because it's pretty awesome to see a video from kind of a flat 2D view transition to a 360 degree view where you can just rotate it all around back and forth and feel like you're really there. Now, video quality, as I'm about to show you, is really not that fantastic. While if you looked at a video just flat from this thing that's not in the 360 mode, it looks pretty good. It's just spread out across here, and I'll have a couple samples that I'll play that kind of show what that looks like. But when you get the true 360 degree mode, it's almost like you're zoomed in, it's a little bit pixelated, it's almost like you're looking at a 720p video, which is closer to the true video format that it's recording right here. And so it's really not that impressive. Keep in mind this is budget 360 camera. This is probably the cheapest 360 camera you get right now, and it's honestly not that bad for the price. These are running about 120, 130 bucks. Very functional. You can get some cool footage that really kind of adds some spice to your videos. And even if you want to just leave it as the bubble view, which I'll show a few images of at the end, that's cool too. It's just not something you'd want to make a video entirely in. So keep the expectations a little bit lower for this guy. It's not going to be super crisp GoPro quality footage. It's definitely more blurry, you're going to notice that, but it still looks pretty good, especially on a mobile device. And my favorite way to view the videos filmed with the ELE 360 cam is actually with a VR headset. If you have a Google Cardboard device, you have a Samsung Gear, you have an HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, any of those devices, and you have a way to view YouTube videos in 360, which most smartphones do support, and several of the higher end virtual reality setups also support, then you can just slap it onto this and watch it, okay? Now, Google Cardboard headset will cost you all of about $10 or less if you can get it for free at one of the conferences. This little VR box headset, which I have, allows me to place a phone directly into here, slides in, and I can view the image when this is strapped onto my head, just like this. And honestly, this is the coolest way to watch a 360 degree video, 360 virtual reality video, because whenever I am actually turning my head left and right, I'm turning my head left and right, up, down on the video and seeing it as if I'm actually really there. It's a really cool immersive experience, and one I recommend getting to try out, especially if you're considering buying one of these 360 cam. After this, I'm going to include a link here where you can see a true 360 camera video that I've recorded with it. Because the video I'm filming this review in is not 360, I can't just incorporate that into the 360 video. So click on the link that's going to come up after this. That'll be the sample video. I've also included links in the description to one where I've taken out the 360 element. You can see what it looks like just all spread out. Not quite as impressive. Overall, ELECAM 360 is a great introduction to 360 video editing, just getting used to what's available, and you can get some pretty cool shots with it. Just don't expect really crazy quality because it's still early in its infancy. It's a kind of a budget-based design, and it's certainly not one that's compatible with some of the higher-end 360 videos out there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Isaac Wall for Hunting the River King. Later.